Moments ago, President Trump confirming progress in talks with Iran, adding, quote, "I've instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period." Meanwhile, growing concerns over Iran's missiles over the weekend, how far they can actually go after Iran launched ballistic missiles towards Diego Garcia, a U.S.-UK base in the Indian Ocean, 2,500 miles away. So now we know that we've been accusing them of this. They've denied it. And now we know their space program has produced a missile that can go 2,500 miles. So what does that mean? Let's take a look. 2,500 miles, it's the lighter lavender color. First off, what is now in target? I don't think they're going to be targeting Moscow, but it's now targeted. Obviously, all these states are going to be targeted and have been targeted. Now let's expand it a little. Look what goes 1,811 miles, 1,864 miles. You got the capitals of Rome, Munich, Paris, of Italy, Germany, and France. Suddenly they are paying attention, I imagine. Maybe it is their fight. And, of course, in London, where they've decided to just let their military wither. And then we have Oslo and Berlin. Besides that, I think every NATO capital is now under watch. No longer speculation. You can't say America's making it up because we just watched 2 missiles go 2,500 miles. The first one went the length, knocked down. The other one failed, but was heading that direction. What else can I tell you? How about what the rocket looks like? I'm pretty sure this is not going to bring any astronauts to the moon, but this is what the rocket looks like that goes that far and that long. We know they've made great progress with drones. Now we know they made great progress with missiles. What does that mean about the danger and the imminent threat? Let's bring in retired Air Force Brigadier General Robert Spalding. General, were you surprised that they elected to show what they can do with intermediate range missiles?
Absolutely not, and I'm not surprised they went after Diego Garcia. We use that as a staging base for, strikes, bomber strikes in Iran. So I think they're trying to project power. Obviously, it wasn't successful, but what that means is they can have that range. They can someday get to a longer range, and when you pair that with a nuclear weapon, it's not just Berlin; it's New York.
So we've been saying this for a while. Weapons inspectors go back and forth, and we hear rumors and thoughts depending on the president. We decide to approach it differently. Does this actually give the president clarity in order to tell our allies why they need to be involved in this on some level? Why it involves them?
Well, and you can imagine why they're not doing anything. They're worried that those missiles are going to go raining down on their capitals, and they should be worried. Quite frankly, the biggest thing that I fear is that we'll cut this off before we can actually end it. And I think that's the challenge we face. Are we going to allow Iran to continue to develop nuclear weapons and continue to be the biggest state sponsor of terror and grow their missile capability?
So if you allow them to cut off the Strait of Hormuz and then say, OK, sign this document, it's over, they know at any moment they can use that choke point to choke us out again.
Absolutely. And I think if you look at that geographic area, the strait is really kind of reminiscent of the Battle of Vicksburg. The South was blocking shipping going down the Mississippi River. And in this case, that's what their Iranians are doing. So we're going to have to set up something like Southern Watch, but also with an emphasis on drones to protect that area in order to keep shipping flowing while this goes on.
So where would you be targeting? We have 7,000 targeted. We have a lot of success, AI and precision. What would you do? What would you be focusing on, General?
I would be focused on the areas where are the shipping choke points, which is the Strait of Hormuz. And if you route the shipping in a way that you minimize the threat, perhaps we can get the ships flowing again.
What do you mean by that? How do you go through a small strait in a way to minimize risk?
Right. Yeah, so, obviously they're using small drones. Those have a range to them. So if we look at what are the range of the possible weapons they could use and look at where the choke point is, which is primarily around the Strait of Hormuz, then we can probably create a safe zone that we can get shipping through. And I think they're going to have to be escorted. We're going to have counter-drone systems in there, and we're going to have aircraft overhead that can take targets out as they pop up.
So, yeah, you would keep them. Would you take an island, or would you take Carg Island, or there's some of the smaller islands around there where a lot of the fast boats dock?
Well, if you look at Karg Island, it's kind of ways up from the Strait of Hormuz. So I would be focusing around the strait, which is a strategic choke point for the Persian Gulf.
All right, so you would not focus that. You would look for the other islands.
Yeah, right. There's a big island right there next to the strait and some smaller islands. But really, I think what we're looking at is escorts that have counter-drone capability, and then also aircraft overhead, reminiscent of Southern Watch, that is there to take out targets as they pop up.
All right, General, how long have you thought about the threat of Iran? And in a way, is this an opportunity for you to see America take down maybe one of its top enemies?
Brian, what's funny is I was on the other side of the screen in 1979 watching the hostage crisis. This has been stuck in my craw since then. I think, Iran has been horrible for the world. It's certainly been horrible for America, and it's a problem that we need to finish.
Finish the job. That's what I get. General, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.